Hi, friends. One of the scripture lessons for Vacation Bible School, and the one that's coming up this Sunday in worship, is Jesus' encounter with Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was a chief tax collector, which meant that he was wealthy and ostracized and isolated. Zacchaeus was also short, and so to catch a glimpse of Jesus through the crowd, he climbed a tree. As Jesus passed by, he looked up and said to Zacchaeus, "Hurry down, for I must stay at your house today." Zacchaeus welcomed Jesus into his home, and Jesus welcomed Zacchaeus into community, saving him from isolation from others and from God. I want to think for a moment about what this text teaches us about hospitality, welcoming people into the saving community of the church. When people come to church, do they feel at home or do they wish they were? We want to treat people, visitors, as honored guests, but we don't want to shine the spotlight on them and make a spectacle of them. We want them to feel welcomed, not embarrassed. When Jesus offered hospitality to Zacchaeus, he didn't make a big production of it. He simply looked up and addressed Zacchaeus one-to-one. "Zacchaeus, I'm stopping by your house today. See you later." Jesus welcomed Zacchaeus into his presence through an attitude of hospitality. It wasn't a job that Jesus was assigned to do. It wasn't a program he was following. It was a natural part of his personality. Jesus didn't pass off the responsibility of hospitality to ushers or greeters, but he approached Zacchaeus personally and informally. Welcoming people into an awareness of and relationship with God was one of the values at the heart of Jesus' ministry. Therefore, reaching out to Zacchaeus was a natural thing for Jesus to do. Welcoming people into an awareness of God and into a relationship with Jesus Christ is one of the values of our ministry. And every person has the ability to reach out and welcome another into the presence of God. And we are welcoming people into the presence of God and into a relationship with Jesus Christ. Welcoming people into the church building is one way of inviting them into God's presence, but it's not the only way. When Jesus offered hospitality to Zacchaeus, he didn't say, "Zacchaeus, come to my synagogue this Saturday. The rabbi's really nice and the cantor is so talented." Instead, Jesus says, "Zacchaeus, I'm coming to your house." Jesus didn't expect Zacchaeus to come to where he was. Rather, he met Zacchaeus where he was. Jesus' hospitality was not confined to a particular place, but extended to wherever people needed him. Our hospitality is not confined to the church building. We can extend a welcome into God's presence wherever there is someone who needs God. And we do that by living our faith, by showing the joy of Christ's freedom on our face, by exhibiting the peace of Christ's presence even when things are going wrong, by depending wholly on God's strength when our own strength is gone, by remaining faithful to God even through troubles, by sharing with others how God has made a real difference in our life through the love of Jesus Christ. May we all have an attitude of hospitality, recognizing that it will be expressed differently according to our personality and gifts, so that no one is left out of the saving community of Christ followers. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again next week.